Hi everyone, this is Andy Cornell and Karin Bowles, and we are looking at some photos from Blackwatch. This first one is at the Elks, where Dan is holding the flag.
That was the night that they decided to sponsor us, and that was the flag that they gave us to carry. And I can't remember the gentleman on the left. His name was Hitchcock. He was part of Auburn's
Chamber of Commerce.
Chamber of Commerce, whatever.
Okay.
And I don't remember the gentleman on the right. Not sure who that was. But
Okay.
below that we have Keith Purvis, who was instructing. This is one of the first few drum rehearsals we ever had. That we started with the percussion and then built from there. And I don't know the gentleman on the left. The next one is Bob Sievert. Next one is Mark Harlan. And the next one is Tim Anderson. Next set of pictures. I'm not sure who the first person is again, but the next one, he's obvious. That's Kevin Laux. And Ace, Mr. Wilson. And I'm not sure who the other young man is either. And then we have another picture below. And on the left, we have Keith Purvis again. He's instructing. And, oh my goodness, the only one I can really recognize right off the bat is on the far right, Tim Siciliano.
Okay. And then we have a picture of Dan and Cal with the beater bus in the back there. And it's just a beautiful shot.
And they're passing money between them.
Oh, And then we have a photo of a rifle
Shannon Soden.
at the head of the parade there.
And that was the very first year, because that was when we had the black skirts and the Anderson tartan. That was actually the Anderson tartan that we wore that year. Didn't last long. We went to the Blackwatch after that.
Which is what, the Gordon?
No, it's actually the
Black
Watch.
Oh, okay, all
The
right.
plaid that we wore on our kilts and our cummerbunds are Black Watch, totally.
Okay.
And this had to be in the park, Auburn Park, this next picture. And I think it was just a posed picture that we had the kids come down and pose for us so we could put it in the paper or something.
No, fantastic. That part did play a key role.
Oh, and these were the first actual pictures. This next picture of the American section and the drums, we had the corps out on a field, and we got a great big crane to take pictures of us so we could turn these pictures into ones that would be given out to different drum corps shows for programs and things like that. That was one of our glamour shots.
Too bad we didn't continue doing that. You know, it's got these pictures that you're like, geez. Or they keep using the same pictures that were used from prior years.
Uh-huh.
I remember always seeing, the snare line.
Yeah. Well, speaking of the snare line, here they
there
are. From left to right, we have Mr. Bob Sievert, Mark Harlan, Barry Livingston, Gary Jimstead, Gary, and I can't remember his last name, Dave Wilson, and right next to Dave Wilson is Kevin Laux.
Playing cymbals.
Yes. Later on, he went to the bass drum. And here's our snares again. Lovely picture. You can tell by the hands they're not all playing quite the same.
Yeah. Oh, and there's a great shot. That's Jimmy Waugh and the corps at the Highland Games.
Yep.
In 75, I think.
And that's
must be.
Papaya on the
The
tenors.
Yeah. You see Matt Miller right there in the front.
Yeah. All I can see is a bunch of horns.
Yeah.
The next picture is a parade in Auburn, obviously, with the Roddles background.
Dave Lawson, I know, worked there at Roddles. And that's great. That's another guy. Interesting angle. It looks like they shot that from up above a little bit. I'm not sure how they did that, but anyway.
Yeah.
And then we have another shot Was this one of
And
those
this was one of the
posed?
posed pictures. This was from way up on
Yeah.
a lift.
Amazing.
I think the Auburn newspaper did that for us.
Oh, okay.
I believe they did. And another lovely posed picture, and that's Kelly Livingston on the right. I can't quite see the other guys, but I think that might be Jimmy Waugh next to him. And then here's another posed picture once we were trying to put a uniform together, Mr. Bob Sievert.
That was the first one to have a uniform, as I heard
Yeah.
from, I think Barry Livingston was telling me that.
Yeah, we tried to come up with a design, and this is what we came up with at first. It was a try it and see if we like it.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, the picture below that is the Corps had a rehearsal at the skating rink, which no longer exists.
Oh, it's gone.
Yeah, the skating rink caved in.
Oh. That's the one there that was down there at the bottom of the hill, right when you go up toward Enumclaw? Is that the one?
No.
Oh, a
But
different
the
one.
bowling alley, the bowling alley collapsed, but the skating rink was still there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm
I'm getting senile.
I see.
This was at the Federal Way Elks, this picture of the Corps. It was one of the first rehearsals, like about the second year. And look at how we grew.
Wow. Quickly. And there's that same picture. It looks like that same picture
Yeah,
that we saw. in
that's the picture that was taken at the Auburn Elks. of the
Auburn
Corps.
Elks, not Federal Way?
This one was Auburn Elks.
Oh, I was sure it was Federal Way. But again, I'm wrong.
Auburn Elks. Yeah, another picture at the Auburn Elks of the Corps. Once we got everybody just about uniformed, you can see that the American section doesn't have white belts, and neither do the rifles. But the horn line does, and the drum line
It's
does.
funny how we kind of always took care of the horn line first. I remember when I first joined, I got a kilt, and one of the color guard had to give it up so that I could have a kilt because they wanted the horn line all to be in kilts.
Oh, yeah.
So I was just Johnny Rookie, and I was probably taking it from, one of the top rifles or something, and I felt bad about it.
No, you don't.
No, I did, really. I remember as a kid I felt bad about it.
Yeah. This next picture is in a show, from a show, and we have on the far right Mr. Pollard as drum major. And that was pretty early in the...
Which Pollard? Because I'm just
Dan.
Dan Pollard, okay.
Another picture from the second year. That's when we had the blue and white flags. Another from the same show. You can pick out a lot of the faces, which is a lot of fun. Carol Cook
On the far right,
and Mr. Rick Basham.
Rick Basham there, baritone.
Ay, goodness.
It's fun to try to pick out
Yeah,
people.
try.
that-
I think that was Tina Ray on the far left.
Okay.
But another one from a show.
Yeah, Renton VFW there.
Ah.
Uh-huh.
One of many. Oh, and here we have some familiar faces. From left to right. Who is that? The little short one is Jeff Waugh, I think. Can you tell me who these people are?
Well, I'd be guessing. I'd just be guessing.
Yeah.
Okay, another one.
Yep.
And coming out of a kind of a burst there, a circle coming out. And there's a color picture of the Corps, probably in 74 or 75. I'm
Yeah.
going to say 74 just because I don't see myself in it,
2 drum majors, 2 color guard captains.
but it could be. Now, is that possibly at Musgrove Park or just a guess?
Don't know.
Don't know.
Don't know for sure.
You don't even have a guess on the year?
No.
Okay. All right. We know they're all in black, so it's before 76. And this one is nice with the needle in the background. Wow.
That's Seafair, 1972.
Where you could see the needle still in the background. 72?
Yes.
72. Oh. Cool.
It was a Seafair parade.
That's
First one.
That's a big tradition with the Black Watch. They did it right to the end. I saw a picture where it says 83 Black Watch, first place, Seafair parade. So there's an interesting lineup.
Picture of the color guard.
Color guard, yeah.
Plus a drum major.
The color guard captain, Patty. Right, and there's another. This might be a butler.
Yeah, I'm thinking butler too. Looks like it.
Well, it looks like the same spot, so both those shots probably shot at butler.
I couldn't tell you where these were, but look at those
Looks
lines.
Like, ooh, I don't want to say no. How long do we have those flags like that? 'Cause
Well,
I know we had them in 75, but do we have them in 74 and 73? It must
No.
be at least 74 because they're wearing pants.
There's no kilts.
There's no kilt, so that's 74. And then another shot.
Everybody shout out their guess.
Shout out your guess, please. Okay.
More
Different
pictures.
sets. Drill. Now, if we put these pictures together real fast, you can see the whole drill.
Flip guards.
And here's the famous Washington, D.C. parade picture with the Capitol in the background.
Jimmy Carter's inaugural. And there's our color guard.
I don't think I've seen that picture before.
Yeah, that was back there too. Freezing everything.
There's a more early picture. Two early pictures.
Two very early pictures. Oh my gosh, that's Tim Konechny, and that's Goose, and I can't remember his name, but we called him Goose.
I know, it's so tough. For these reunions, and everyone's got these nicknames, and it's like, oh, what was his real name?
Yes. Somebody please tell me.
Please tell me. Okay.
Another drum corps show.
Shot. And there we got some rifles. You want to take a shot at naming any of these people?
Oh, yeah. From left to right, we've got Kim Moore. Oh, gosh. I can't remember the next person.
Okay, she'll be
terrible.
brokenhearted, and
I'm
you
sorry.
forgot her. Fine.
Sandy Wilson. My.
You gotta have Andrea DeVore in there somewhere. She's right here to the far right.
I think that's Andrea on the far right.
Far right. Okay.
But that looks like Vicki Johnson.
So it must be 75 or.
My.
I can't just.
I'm old. I'm sorry.
That's okay. And there we got the. Well, here I'll take a shot at this one.
Yeah,
Here we've
good
got
luck.
the drum line. Timpanis. Probably we have Brad Keith in there. Second one in.
Mr.
And
Moore.
then we have Dan Moore, Ace, David Wilson, Papaya, Donna Garda, and then Dan Lloyd, and then I'm blind after that. It's pretty much, they start getting smaller, although I'd see this snare line. We got to have Bob there, and Dave Gwynn, and Gary. Okay, and then here's another shot with Mr. A in front, and then actually we're playing something because you can see the cymbals are in position.
Yeah, I don't know what this was for. It was probably like Scottish games or something.
That's what I'm
I can't
guessing. It looks like another Scottish game shot because we got the grass.
Oh.
Okay, here we got a nice shot of the horns kind of going. We got Steve Coleman in the front there on the far left. Is that John
Lloyd?
It is. Is it? Oh, it's baritone. So it's Dave Lloyd.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good heavens.
And that
Is that a Loush?
could be a Loush. I would say that's Loush.
Is that a Loush?
The Loush. Spot the Loush.
Yeah.
The new party game, and that might even be myself here in that shot. And this might be Jeff Ludwig on my left.
Oh, good heavens.
But I can't put money on it. Let's see. It's really sad when you can't spot yourself in the pictures.
It's Leanne Bonds
on
the
the bells. Well, do we have another bell player that year? That was Scott Peterson, and that year wasn't it Scott Peterson?
I
and Leanne?
don't remember.
I think that's right. So this is 76. We still had a timpani line.
Yeah. Darn.
And there's another one from the Scottish
Probably
Games.
Scottish Games, yeah.
Uh-huh.
The picture below it, it's kind of cool because we've got some people in uniform and some people out of uniform.
Yeah, well, that is interesting.
And that's Mrs. Basham.
Mm-hmm.
Good heavens. Drumline.
Similar to that other shot. I think these might be the same shots.
Yeah.
They look very similar.
Ah. Allison.
It is Allison. Okay.
Allison Lloyd.
Lloyd
on the right.
Far right. Okay.
And that's Bozich.
Diane Bozich.
And that's
Kim?
Tina Ray.
Oh no, it's Tina Ray. Okay.
That's Tina Ray. And I can't quite make out who that is, but that is
On the far
Mary.
left.
Mary.
Mary Johnson.
Mary Johnson.
Okay, and then we have another parade down Auburn.
Oh my God, pulling these names out of my head. It hurts.
More of the parade down Auburn, going by the arcade. Wow.
What a good looking group though.
It might be Brian Keith there.
That.
That might be Jeff Keith. And here we have a single shot of a baritone player.
And it's not, he'd never played a baritone that I know of. That's Bill Eberline.
Bill Eberline on baritone. Oh, okay.
A lovely posed picture.
Mm-hmm. I know he could do contrabass. I know he could be drum major. I didn't know baritone. Okay. Bill Eberline out in front of the chord. That must be 76.
Oh look, Elton
Hotel. I know, as soon as it popped out with me. Gee, Elton Johnson has a hotel? Never knew. Never knew. Oh, and there's a famous shot. I think this was taken at Mile High Stadium.
Yes, that was down in Denver.
At Denver. And it was a very good shot of Dave Lawson.
Yeah, he looks a little worked up.
Worked up, yeah. Might have been moving his arms a little bit. And then we got Dan Lloyd in the far right.
And Allison Lloyd.
Allison Lloyd.
And Bill
Bill
Eberline.
Eberline on the left with his arms raised up. And then here's one of those pictures of the snare line. And who's on cymbals?
I believe that's Chris Sampson.
Is that Chris Sampson?
No. That's
It's not Don Eberline, is
yes,
it?
it is.
It is Don Eberline.
It's Don Eberline.
That's what I was thinking.
Isn't
it
this
was.
Chris over here?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't
Chris
know.
being that small, but it's possible. And then we snares. So we got Gary Jimstead, Bob Sievert, and Dave
Bonds.
Gwynn. And behind Dave Gwynn is Dave Bonds.
Yeah.
And
Look at those guys.
sorry, everybody else, I don't know. And Leanne on bells. Bob looking stern there on the far left. And Dave Gwynn.
No,
And
I take it
that
back.
looks like Chris there
That's
on,
Chris Sampson on the bass drum.
Bass drum, yeah. And then we have a shot of Debbie Curtis. And we have Lane Biag on the right playing bells. So this
Mr.
must
Ray.
be 75. And
Ron Ray. Is that Ron
that's
Ray?
right.
No.
I think that's Dennis
No,
Berkeley.
that's
Is it Dennis Berkeley?
Dennis. Sorry.
Okay, that's all right. And I think we got Rick Jacobson on timpani with his buddy Brad on the left. And sorry, can't spot anybody else quickly. And this is a cool shot. I like this. The horns coming around the drums and through the drums. That's very neat. Nice So we have Gary in the middle of the shot. We have Bob to his right, and we have Dave to the right of him. And a lot of horns. A lot of horns, a lot of bells. And next picture we have, I think we have Colleen there.
Yep.
On baritone. Might be Bill Everline in the back on contra.
No.
You don't think so, huh?
I don't know.
Don't know. All right. Might be Brian Keith in the back on soprano. Might be Larry Witt on
I think it is.
baritone.
I think got it. He's pointing. He's looking.
Don't know. Sorry. Nope. I was going to take a stab at one, but not going to do it.
Not gonna do it.
Not going to do that.
Well, we know who this is.
That looks like Kyle.
Yep.
Oh, that's a lovely picture of Kyle. And then Dave Bond's there looking really into it.
Then we have the rifles.
Mm-hmm. They look like they're scampering a little bit.
They're running away. Say, I've had enough. Oh,
And another nice shot of Dave Lawson.
definitely Mile High Stadium.
Definitely no question about it on that shot. We have Matt
Jimmy.
Miller.
No.
Oh, no, Jimmy.
That's Jimmy Waugh.
Jimmy Waugh in the
and
middle.
Dan Pollard.
And Dan Pollard on the left.
They were drum majors that year.
Okay.
What year? I couldn't tell you.
74 or earlier.
And the next shot below is a picture of the drum line. They were trying to recruit people, and they went to one of the high schools and played for the high school to try and recruit people to come join.
I remember they came to Thomas Jefferson and did that.
That
and
could be Thomas
I have
Jefferson.
a picture. I do have a picture in my yearbook of the group playing at the Spectacular at Thomas Jefferson. But sorry, I cannot tell you by the riser. I know it's not Auburn, but I can't tell you if it's some other school. Okay, we have a picture of Bill Everline and Dan Lloyd behind him, and Dave Gwynn to the right of him. We have a picture of Kyle Miller with his mellophone, marching along. I hope there's other people with him. I hope it wasn't just doing a solo parade on his own in his spare time.
Oh, he could. Who knows?
All right, and we have a shot of them coming down the street of some other parade. And then we have a later picture of, like I was saying, around 83, 82, somewhere in there.
That's when the helmets came out.
Helmets came out. Yeah, they started having helmets. Well, they had pith helmets, I think we pulled out one for the drum major in 77. And I think we threw some in the drum line in 79. And I guess they just thought that they just had to keep going with that. Okay, we have some pictures of the rifles. They're not all in sync.
I didn't see that.
You didn't see that? Then we have some flags. Uh-oh.
Not quite in sync either.
Maybe some of the scores were okay. And another shot of the flags. Then we have a solo shot. Am I on the right page? Yeah. And
that is Mr. Anderson sitting there on a rehearsal field.
No tab in hand?
No tab in hand. Hat and sunglasses and whatever. And below that is the picture of our first banquet? Second banquet, because I was pregnant with Heather, so that had to be 74. And he's in his lovely leisure suit.
Wow.
And actually, that drawing, and I have no idea who did that, crest, is right here.
Oh my
I
goodness.
actually have that still.
Wow.
That's old.
And then we have some of our seamstress. I knew there had to be some seamstresses at the time, because...
Top picture is Mrs. Livingston. Next picture is Mrs. Barrett. Next picture is Mrs. Slies, Mrs. Ray, And Mrs. Lausch
So Miss Laus is on the left. Lou Slies
In the
is
middle.
In the middle. And
Mrs.
there's
Ray.
on the far right. Okay.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, they're at it again. They're making
more
uniforms.
sewing. Oh, thank you so much, ladies. We always needed more and wanted it faster. And can you have it now?
Yeah.
That's great.
And we've got some other ladies in the pictures. We have Leland White's mom in one of the pictures. Can you pick her out? And we have Sharon Laux and Marge Epperline in one of the pictures. Yeah, look at those ladies go.
So